the Camino channel, Voices of the Pilgrims. We are on location from the Camino of Santiago, actually 123 kilometers from the cathedral at the Taberna o Camino in Arcata. And we're going to have the pleasure of bringing you a real character. My friend Bob and myself, Doug, are going to interview this lady as we bring you the voices of the people who walk from all over Europe and North America to the Camino at Santiago de Compostela. And our privilege is to bring you these folks to let you in on what is up with them as they make their way down toward the cathedral.
Here we are at Arcata, which is 4 kilometers up the hill from Sarria, and we're looking forward to having kind of moved upstream from Sarria, where we get a lot of people starting. We get a different sort of pilgrim here, people who are coming through from Tria Costella, and it's September 25th, a lovely sunny day, as you can see, although we've just moved from the shadow where it was cool into the warmth of the sun. It's about noon, and the traffic is backed off a little bit with quite a few people coming by. I'm not sure where they were starting from, but they must have left very early, which is the customary on the Camino. People would start at sometimes in the dark. Last night we met Eve, a Frenchman, who was used to starting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and then walking 50 plus kilometers. When we met him in Sarria, he had covered that. He'd been keeping up that pace pretty much all the way through his Camino, but he was planning on backing off at that point. He was going to stop going so far in a day and go a little bit easier on himself. He was one driven pilgrim, that man. Formerly from the French Navy, he originated in Brittany, near the city of Brest, and had started his Camino at Saint-Jean-Pied-de-Port, and was, looked to me like making a record pace, keeping a record pace as he made his way toward the cathedral.
Now you're going to meet a real character, one of our lucky early breaks. We intercepted this Irish lady and her husband outside the Taberna on a sunny morning above Sarria. She is a torrent of the most adorable story spinning, why the Irish blame everything on the Yanks and the Brits, her travel trials getting here, what it means to be a mother. They'd done the run in several segments. Mimi joined in later while she talked about the tech revolution in Ireland, who does the grotty work around the world as the Irish once did in America. The camera work was a little sketchy, and we were lucky we caught them on the fly, holding the camera up beside my face. I couldn't check the aim as much as I would like to and as much as I learned to do later. So there's the odd moment when we were looking at nothing. But we didn't want to miss a syllable.
Fantastic.
Yeah, well, I like the New York sense of humor. They have that Jewish thing going on. You
Oh
know,
yeah. It's pretty tart.
The Americans are missing our plane.
Yeah, we missed our flight out of Dublin, so we blame the Americans because they bring everything but the kitchen sink.
Oh, what a great idea!
Oh, God.
It's always nice to have somebody to blame.
Absolutely, everyone blames the Americans, so why not? Then they take too much trouble at the airports. You know, like you go to some airports, you can bring in as many liquids as you want, so long as they're under 100 ml. Then other airports, they want one little bag with maybe 5 little bottles.
Yeah.
I mean, Pellies.
They got me in London going to Madrid.
Oh,
It made me
do you know
take
these
2 bags
people
and
were
put them in one bag.
these people were small little feckin' ants until 9/11, and now they're all pissing important, and it just drives you nuts. We were in Manchester one night, and we were late.
And it was deserted.
And it was deserted,
It was empty.
and it was the last flight,
never had the barriers
and we were
go
on
like
time
that.
and everything.
There's no one there, so we just...
No one there, and I went in under. I went in under, and your man, no.
You have to... There's no one there. Like,
And I thought, give me. Oh, please. Get a life. Get a life. I just thought to myself, I'm so glad I'm not married to you. I thought that was fine.
That's
But you see, you can't say anything. anything, because if you say anything,
Oh, yeah.
all suddenly, no, you're not travelling.
Road
Yeah,
rage.
they'll take you off.
Yeah,
They'll take you off the flight.
You're
Yeah.
not getting on the plane.
Oh,
Yeah.
God, we were the same the other day. Everyone knows what Ireland looks like, but we were down the bottom. Cork.
Right down the bottom.
Oh, you're down in Cork?
Yeah, we're down in Cork, and we had to
lovely.
go to Dublin, so get up in the middle of the night, because to be at the airport for 5 o'clock, we did all that, and then when you have an early flight, it's hard to sleep. And we got there at 5 o'clock.
It's an hour from
And it
getting
took
in
us-
the door to the gate.
Yeah, we parked up our car and all the rest of it, and then there's a bus that they lay on, fine, no problem. Everything ran well. Because Dublin, by and large, is a fishing island. And from the door opening in the terminal
to
the gate,
Patch gate,
1 hour.
1 hour.
Missed our flight.
Really?
We missed our flight because every feckin' Yank was in. It was like Grand Central Station. It was just unbelievable, and they bring the kitchen sink.
Hola.
Hola. But even there was a couple of girls the other day from Louisiana who were in beside us, and Jesus, I thought, Mrs. where are you going with all this shite? Do you know? She had a load of stuff, and I said to her, "Are you serious? How did?" Because we were after coming up a big, whatever it was.
But unlike us, they had it sent on and that, you know.
And she said, "Oh
Light
no, I
weights.
only carry the water." She said, and all this goes on. And she took forever then looking for maybe Lipsil or something.
Really?
I thought, oh Jesus, no, I couldn't be arsed. I just couldn't be arsed. But I was because we missed. We're doers. You know,
we had 7 hours then in the airport.
and
we were
some
crushing
people will sit with a computer, you know, but I can't be doing that. I prefer to, whatever,
Right.
pick my toenails rather than be bloody. Do you know, you'd have to be doing something so that you have something to show for your day.
And then we thought if we went back into Dublin, will we get back out? Oh,
And then we had to pay $100 each to
Yeah,
change
yeah,
our flight,
yeah.
even though it wasn't our fault.
Right.
And then we had to, when we got to Madrid, we had to get a hotel and stay overnight, which we hadn't intended
Yes,
doing.
right. Yeah.
But we've
So-
caught up. We were half a day back, but we've caught up.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, so it's a pain in the arse. You know.
finish it.
But you know who died?
I get it.
Who
Yeah.
died?
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah, you have to
So
be like
far.
that. Yeah,
You're
so
here now,
far.
celebrate now.
Yeah, our two sons are coming
It's
to
grand now.
join
You've got it
us.
off the chest. You won't
Yeah, I won't have to ring the Samaritans or one of them now because I've got it all off my chest. So I'm keeping it inside.
Thank you, Sherry.
Thank you for sharing.
Are you going to stop and have a
And I
wine
won't
with
have-
us?
I say that to our
It's on
lads.
my shoulders. Thank you.
And you feel a lot
I gotta
heavier.
carry it.
I say that to our sons when they were younger. They used to moan about, oh, I was a shite mum and I was this, that, and I'd say, I paid big money to educate you. Go and lie on a sofa and tell a psychologist she'll be well able to afford it. Tell her what a shit mother you had. I don't want to know. Because you can take everything on board, you know, it's just too much, you know. But you have to have a sense of humour, don't you?
You've got
It
to.
helps. It helps when you're Irish.
Oh, it helps enormously.
Oh, I think
But
so.
the only thing is we talk too much.
Oh no.
No, but you know the way, like the English are very good at art, and the French are good at art and stuff. The Irish are good at storytelling, but we talk.
Absolutely.
The downside of that is we talk
Yeah, but
too
you
much.
get rid of it, see? You get rid of
Yeah,
all
we
that
do,
anger.
because we meet some, and then pizza, sometimes it's my face, because people tell me their problems, and I think, Mrs. enough already. Enough already.
She has that kind of face.
Because it does wear you out. I'm sure if you're a therapist, you'd have to go and lie down after talking to people.
Yeah.
Because, you know, but, no,
At
they
least they're
do.
getting paid for it, but you're not getting paid.
No, I'm not getting paid for
You
it.
should charge,
No,
yeah, you should
no,
charge.
because I met some woman and she told me that her husband left her after 32 years. She was crying all the time, wasn't she?
You
Got
hear lots of
helpless.
sad things.
You hear lots of,
Yeah,
and
tragedies.
ran off with her husband and she with her
Friend.
with her friend, and she said that if he ran off with a young one, she could put it down to you
Midlife
know
crisis.
midlife crisis or something. but-
Ferrari, the Mercedes.
Yeah, but the old one, that was really hard to take.
Yeah,
Eh?
because then she has in her head now she's dead boring, where she's anything but boring. You know, she's anything but boring. I thought, you know, if he
cheered her
doesn't.
up. We cheered her up.
Yeah, we did.
Well, who can
And,
explain this stuff? I mean, really, how
Yeah.
do you know how the
This
male?
happened. I said to her, but yeah, but the thing about it is, if he left you for her, that's going to make her insecure.
Yeah, because she'll
Because
get
she'll
trusted.
think, well,
It could
he
happen
wants-
again.
He
Yeah,
wants,
can't
he'll
trust
trade you in for a newer model.
No, you can't trust.
You know, who knows? This is what you're up against.
Yeah.
But we do. We met two. I met an Italian girl then, because I speak Italian, and I met an Italian girl, and she told me that. What did she tell me? Her boyfriend had just killed himself.
Oh,
Oh,
And
that
yeah,
kind of shines bad on her too, right?
yeah, God help us, you know.
And her friend
And
took
she
it
said,
out.
and the reason that he did it was his brother did it 4 weeks earlier, and he couldn't cope with it.
You hear some
So you can imagine how the parents in that house feel. You know, you do hear some dreadful things.
A lot of people
you know.
come just to clear their heads because they can't think.
Yeah.
They can't.
That's right.
Or they can't make a decision, so they come.
Yeah.
here.
That's true.
You
Yeah.
don't have to think, do you?
No, because
So did you meet these on the Camino?
Yeah, we started back
Yeah.
in April. We did a week from Saint-Jean in France to
Yeah.
Logroño. Then in June we did 2 weeks to Leon. So we're finishing
Oh, so
now.
you go back to Ireland and then come back?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Our two
back to
sons are
work,
coming.
yeah.
One lives
Oh,
in
so you're
Dublin.
doing segments.
We wanted them to do
Yeah.
the last bit. You know, a lot of people
Yeah.
do the
No,
last.
they won't do the last bit.
And they wouldn't even do
They
that.
won't?
No,
No,
meet
they'll
you-
rock up in
We'll
what
meet
you
you at
call
the
it.
end.
We'll meet you at the end and buy you a drink, Mum.
So we're meeting them Saturday.
You know, but they will do it, you know.
Someday.
Someday.
It's
Yeah.
their time.
Someday. You know, but they're young, and when you're young, you have to enjoy yourself, you know, this kind of thing. But
It's more us older ones that do it.
it's an old one like me now to do. But we have great stamina. Don't you think we have great stamina?
Oh, God, to get here?
No kidding.
Absolutely.
For you guys, having done what you've done?
Never American.
Aren't you from Colorado?
Washington.
Oh, Washington. Jesus. See, it all merges
Okay.
after a while.
yeah.
This is
all-
lovely,
West of
Mimi.
Mississippi.
How are you
Hello.
doing,
This
Mimi?
is
I'm
Mimi.
good.
This man is from
Mimi.
Colorado.
Hi,
Hello.
Douglas.
Hello, Mimi.
Okay, listen.
From Colorado.
He's Colorado.
We're
And I was
close.
telling him I know a girl, Mimi, and she's from Colorado.
You were
But Mimi,
close.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Mimi's from Washington.
It's
Two
close.
other
Yeah,
girls.
isn't it?
Washington State or Washington D.C.?
No, the state. Not to
Yeah.
be confused with the city.
Yeah, but we blame Washington for everything because you have Starbucks out of there. Microsoft. What else? Is out there?
Amazon.
Amazon,
Boeing.
exactly. They're in the
Oh.
bookshop because of Amazon.
Yeah.
No.
All
See, the
because of
Americans.
Washington.
Yes, right?
You bring
Yeah,
that
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, Spokane.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
you're on the other side.
I'm on
You're
the
on
other
the-
Oh,
I'm all- yeah,
that's
most-
where we get
that
our
way.
TV from in Calgary.
Oh, really? You're
Yeah.
from Calgary?
Calgary?
Sure,
yeah.
Spokane feeds the TV up to
Yeah,
Calgary.
Right.
Otherwise, we
That
wouldn't.
explains a lot.
Otherwise, we
You
wouldn't
know
have all
what's
that
going
American
on.
culture.
You'd be stuck watching the BBC and get real news.
Well, you know, yeah.
But we're like that. Because we speak English, we have there's a huge American influence in
yeah,
Ireland now.
exactly, yeah.
All our young people, you think
Don't
they
have the
came from California,
Californian
and
accent.
hang on, you're from Dublin. Why are you talking like that? You know, and it all goes up at the end.
Oh.
Dreadful.
If it's live.
Dreadful, and they what you call it, and you know, we have Starbucks in every. Dublin is like the 53rd state.
Yeah, it's very American.
Oh, it's very
'Cause of
American.
U2. U2 did.
No, it's not the U2.
U2,
Not
yeah.
U2. No. What it is the European headquarters for Apple, for Google, for
Right.
Facebook. They're all in Dublin. And you see, because of its proximity to America, it's very convenient to fly in. And I was saying to Mimi the other
Because of
night,
taxes.
yeah, it is. That's the reason
It's
too.
also the English language.
But it's also we have.
Because Britain and Ireland, the Americans like the English language, and that was less
Yeah.
influence in Europe and that, you know, for Americans.
Yeah,
and that,
yeah. But it's also Irish people are very into tech, and they're highly educated. So it's and sure.
They're into
fucking-
cake.
Huh?
Tech,
Tech.
Tech.
technology.
No, not
right?
tech. You're tick. Tick without the H. But it's
French
handy then
tech.
for the Americans because Americans are into convenience. And then, like I said, low taxes. But they give a lot of employment.
Right.
But the downside of it is
They're
we have
American.
Americans. No, I don't mind the Americans. I don't mind the One thing I love about the Americans is they're very upbeat. And some fucking hurricane could come along and blow everything away, but they think, you know, whatever, we'll get over it.
Right.
And they'll build again. And I have great respect for the Americans.
And
like
what would
that.
the Irish do about that? Would they sort of sit and moan and groan about it forever and
No, I don't
write
think-
novels about
I
it?
don't think we won't. No, I'll tell you one.
They'd emigrate to America.
Yeah, we'd emigrate to America. One thing about the Irish is we're very adaptable because we've had to be. Because we had nothing, because we were pushed down into the ground by the Brits. So you have to be. It's like the people who live along here. You have to do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a little bit of
And
the
there's
other
always
in
a
order to
history
make a
of
living.
immigration, whether it's voluntary
Yeah.
or pushed, you know, like in the
Yeah.
bust there 10 years ago, people had to emigrate.
Yeah, yeah.
Young people tend to anyway and come back.
But Irish people always went to America
Always,
because
or
they reckon the
Australia,
Irish, the Jews, and the Italians run America, for good or for...
It's true.
There is some truth in that.
Oh, yeah.
There's some truth in that, absolutely, you know.
But the Irish were the original slaves of North America. They came over
Yeah,
and they worked
yeah.
all the horrible jobs that
They
nobody
did-
else would
they
do.
did- They did the same in London.
London,
They built
yeah.
all the motorways in England
Yeah,
and all the
and,
rest of it.
tube.
I say that to my son out in, we have one son, he's engineering out in Abu Dhabi, and the way they treat the people there, people
slaves,
nearby from Iraq, from India,
Pakistanis,
they do
Indians.
all the rubbish work, and I'm always saying to him, because he kind of got a bit arrogant, I know he's only young, but he's over a lot of Pakistanis and lads like that, and his name is Tim, and they're, yes, Mr. Tim, no, Mr. Tim, can I
Very
get you more
deferential,
Timas?
you know.
And very deferential, and I says to him, do you know what it is? You'll need scaffolding to hold your bloody head up. You're so arrogant. I don't want you arrogant. I said it wasn't so long ago when Paddy was the Packy.
Yeah.
So don't you bloody
Yeah,
forget
don't
it. Do you know what I mean? You don't want to be getting money off the backs of people.
Right.
It
that's
doesn't
right.
make you
There's a
happy.
lot of
You
modern
cannot.
slavery.
There are some people, like the likes of Trump, he'd stand on his mother's face to get where he needed to go. But fortunately, there's more of the other people than there are of people like that. You know, this kind of thing.
No,
So I've got a question. How'd you two get together?
How do we get together? Oh, you're on a long
There's got to be
I
a
am
story.
English,
No,
but
his mother is
my
Irish.
redeeming feature is I'm half Irish.
He's half Irish. I wouldn't bother with him otherwise.
My mother's from Limerick and
I
Rez is
know.
from Limerick, so.
And you know, I said to Mimi the other night, and my mother used to say, because I need to go, my mother used to say, if I could run my electricity off of your mouth, the money I would have this time. Is that so funny? Oh, I just think that's so funny. But I never knew whether she was insulting me or complimenting me.
Ah, indeed. I would say
I
complimenting.
don't think, I'm positive. So
I think I would
say
take
that.
it that way.
I know.
I would
See
take
you
it that
again,
way.
we'll
Do you
have a
know-
few more
do you know-
insults.
I hope so.
I had a brother who lived in Calgary in Banff Springs.
Yeah, the Banff Springs Hotel? Well,
What the shite you did? It was in the Rockies. That's not.
yeah, in the Rockies somewhere. Well, I probably know him because, you know, there's only 4,000 or 5,000
Oh, you
people up
wouldn't
there.
know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
He was
He's
the
fussy,
Irish
not
guy.
desperate when it comes to people.
Yeah.
No, I'm only joking. No,
Nice meeting you.
Bye-bye.
Nice meeting you. Bye-bye,
For a
Mimi.
long
Down the
while.
road.
I'm not sure now. He's moved, hasn't he, to some other part of Canada? I don't know where he is. We don't want to know where he is.
Super to see you.
Listen, lads, it's lovely talking to you.
Lovely to talk to you, too.
Say, have a nice day.
You
Oh,
too.
no.
Bye-bye.
No.
You too.
Mind how you go. I try and get Pete to say chaps, because the English always say chaps.
Ah.
Everyone in Ireland now, you guys, where do we get you?
You guys, how'd you get
Yeah,
that, eh?
Microsoft. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao, ragazzi.
Well, wasn't that a gust of fresh air? What a wonderful couple. We are just delighted to have a chance to get to know them as friends of ours on the Camino channel. And we're hopeful that they'll get a chance to hear themselves and enjoy their joie de vivre, which is incomparable. And to Mimi as well, who stopped in at the Taberna o Camino in Arcata. A great spot. I hope that you'll let them know that you were hearing about them on the Camino channel when you stop in on the way between Tria Castella and Sarria. In the meantime, we're going to go back down the hill to Sarria and down to the lovely riverfront where we're going to have an ecstatic bowl of caldo gallego. Aren't we, Bob?
Bob, time for some caldo gallego.
Yes, it is. It's some great Galician soup.
And what's it made of, Bob?
Spinach and potato. And I don't know what else,
Who knows what else?
but it sure tastes good.
Great.